The fastest way to lose yourself in a relationship isn't cheating. It's slowly gaining habits that don't belong to the woman you work so hard to become. And yes, I'm talking about relationship weight, not because of a number on a scale, but because of what it quietly represents. If you're a woman with goals, your body is usually the first place your discipline shows up. And the first place it disappears when your standards get replaced with comfort. I think it's so interesting how people act like gaining relationship weight is some sweet little rite of passage. Like, we're just happy, okay? But are you happy? Or have you just stopped showing up for yourself because someone else started showing up? Those are very different things. Because love should never become the reason you abandon the routines that made you feel alive before you met them. I always tell myself this: if a relationship requires me to become less disciplined, less energized, less confident, less intentional, then it is costing me something I cannot afford. And no, this isn't about trying to stay attractive for a man. Please, if you've listened to me for more than 5 minutes, you know my favorite audience is the woman in my own mirror. I maintain myself because I like the version of me that keeps promises to herself. That's the woman I trust. That's the woman I want making decisions about my future. I think people underestimate how much your daily habits shape your identity. It starts so innocently. One extra dessert because you're on a date, skipping the gym because you'd rather stay in bed together, ordering takeout because it's easier. Movie nights become every night. Suddenly, the life you carefully built gets replaced by someone else's rhythm. Then months later, you're wondering why you don't feel like yourself anymore. Of course you don't. You slowly stopped behaving like yourself. Here's something I don't think we talk about enough. Comfort is beautiful until it starts lowering your standards. There's nothing romantic about watching yourself slowly disappear while calling it love. The right relationship should protect your goals, not compete with them. In fact, I think one of the greenest flags in the world is someone who reminds you to go to the gym, celebrates your discipline, eats meals that support your health with you, and genuinely likes seeing you invest in yourself. They shouldn't secretly benefit from you becoming smaller in spirit just because you're spending more time together. I also think women forget that attraction isn't just physical. Discipline is attractive. Watching someone consistently care for themselves is attractive. Energy is attractive. Confidence is attractive. Keeping your word to yourself is attractive. Those things don't just make other people admire you, they make you admire yourself. And self-admiration changes the way you walk into every room. The goal isn't to stay tiny forever. Bodies change, seasons change, hormones change, life happens. That's normal. The point is not to accidentally drift away from your own values because you're confusing intimacy with complacency. Those are not the same thing. A healthy relationship should expand your life, not shrink it. You should still recognize the woman staring back at you 6 months later. Maybe she's stronger, maybe she's healthier, maybe she's learned new recipes because they cook together. Maybe she's lifting heavier weights because they motivate each other. Imagine that instead. Imagine love making you more consistent instead of more comfortable. That's the standard. I want the kind of relationship where we're both obsessed with becoming better people, not just better at lounging on the couch. Because honestly, the butterflies eventually calm down. The novelty fades. What stays is the lifestyle you've built together. So build one that future you will thank you for. Never let love become the excuse that steals the very qualities that made you lovable. To yourself first. Protect your routines. Protect your health, protect your standards, because the woman who keeps choosing herself every single day, she'll always have the healthiest relationship in the room, no matter who she's standing next to. Love you no matter what.